cái nó sẽ chơi các quy bó nó chơi các quy
Ben, eu chơi vào Ben.
Đi kìa.
Kia, Ben.
có nghe để chơi các
Trong đi.
chơi quy chơi quy
Trong cuối nữa.
hả
Trong cuối nữa.
biết anh chạy lừa của họ bố đó chứ nó không bố mua bò hả cái này này một chút nha một chút nha
Hello, hello, hello. Can everyone hear me? Can everyone hear me? Hello? Hello? Can you hear? Okay, I'll just start. Um, Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Can you hear me? Can you hear? I have trouble in doing this. Okay, never mind. I'll just go ahead with what can do now. Today, I'm going to share with you about this movement. Uh, this is a movement control order. As you can see in this picture, 1.0, 2.0, and 3.0. What's the difference? The difference is of 1.0, we we just follow the SOP, everyone. But 2.0, not, you started to see a lot of people. But in 3.0, we see a hell lot of people. Why is it so? It is so because uh, okay, it is because of keep our economy open. Bên chứ có ít tập ấy tôi còn bộ出嚟，個特別出嚟喎嘅，呢個特別會出嚟嘅 video 即個冇出嚟哦。
都推唔掉，有啲。
Okay, so these are MCO3. These are MCO3. These are because of this COVID-19, the fear symptoms. Well, these are fear symptoms. Uh, uh, fear symptoms. This is fear symptoms. We are fearing of what? Fearing of this blood clot, mucus formation, allergic reaction, bleeding, hyperinflammation, hypoxia. And what does it mean by hypoxia? Hypoxia means you cannot breathe. So just like India now facing these oxygen issues. So the thing is, these are currently the difference between the variant one, the MCO one, the variant, and compared to the MCO 3, the variant is entirely different. Now the variant is getting smarter. You do not feel any symptoms, but you will face you will face you will still you even though it's asymptomatic, but you still have that kind of issue, which is very severity. So this is one of the latest findings, is a deadly fungus infection found in COVID-19 patients in India. So what you do is uh, these virus are able to attack on can disfigure facial features and even kill. So these are deadly infection can kill and maim patients, with some COVID sufferers losing their upper jaws and eyes after contracting it. So you can just imagine how severity these things is. So 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 now, now the issue is these these viruses has in somehow has making everyone in a very panic situation. Now the thing is now we cannot do much, except what we need to do is we need to take care of our immune system. And what actually is immune system? Immune system is in actual fact is a very complex of uh, cells and proteins, whereby your fan defends the body against any infections. The immune system keeps a record of every virus it has ever defeated, so it can recognize and destroy the germs and quickly if it enters the body again. So the immune system act as a first line of defense systems, and in another way to say that it also act as an immigration. So whoever come, they will screen through. Uh, the thing that if they have defeated easily for them, but the thing now is these virus is this new foreign invaders, this new virus is new to us, so the immune system do not know how to go about with it. So immune system, whether if your immune system is strong, well, at least you can defend it, not in such a severity state. But if your immune system is not strong, very weak, so the severity of going through this COVID symptoms is very bad. It's very severe, and it will cost our life as well. So the thing is, how does uh, foreign invaders come about? What it will do is it will attack in three ways. Firstly, the skin, like now, on the skin. Secondly, on the passageway, going through the nasal passageway, and going through the nasal passageway, whereby it will attack our lungs. That's why we cannot breathe. So we got hypoxia, and after that it will go into your heart, your pancreas, or kidney, or liver, things like that. And another thing, because our immune system, these are what these are white blood cells. White blood cells is a soldier, whereby it will defend our system. If our white blood cells are strong enough to ward off those foreign invaders, it will be still manageable. But the thing is, how strong are our immune system? Now the thing is, how to strengthen and boost our immune system. In order to boost and strengthen our immune system, there are now what I'm sharing with you is I do not have any cure or recipe towards COVID-19. My objective here is to share with you some remedies that can boost up your immune system. So what kind of remedies that are available? Mankind have four types of remedies. The first type is the herbs and plants. Herbs and plants you see, all ever since mankind, be it 10,000 years ago, they have been using herbs and plants to heal themselves. Yeah, and that is why, like China civilization is 5,000 years culture, so they know very well about herbs and plant, and that's why the traditional Chinese medicine, the TCM, they are very strong in this area. Okay. Secondly, earth minerals such as zinc or iron that will help to improve our body system. Yeah, we need that. And laboratory, combinations of chemicals. What today we call it as medicine. Uh, and lastly, the technologies. The technologies that are able to provide us with, how would I say, strong strong antibodies inside our body system. So what kind of technologies are we talking about? Introducing a 3-in-1 integrative medicine technology. The first one is called a cold laser technology. Second is Eastern acupuncture, and thirdly magnetic therapy. These three technologies combined together, what it do is it will enhance our immune system, whereby it will increase our red blood cells to improve our blood circulation, and also it will also reduce inflammation and pain, and lastly it will also addressing the key cellular levels inside our body system. So introducing this Professor Andre Master, the father of photobiomodulation. What does it mean by photobiomodulation? Photo means light, bio means life, modulation means control influence of cells. So this gentleman is a Hungarian, and he do this photobiomodulation. In other words, a cold laser also. So in 1965, he started this journey on doing this research on a laser, and in the early 70s, he managed to pull through with this technology. And also in 19 in this therefore it is also customary to look at the areas of low level laser therapy as photomodulation. In short form, it's called PBM. The Academy of Laser Dentistry is proud of its association with current leaders in the field such as Jan Turner, and I will tell you more about this guy Jan Turner and Mary uh, 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 Mary D. Sun. Okay, so is cold laser therapy right for you? Well, in actual fact, it has been started in the mid 70s until now. It's just that most of us do not aware about this cold laser therapy until recently in the last 10 years. So cold laser therapy is also known as a low level laser therapy. If you type LLLT in Google, a lot of things will come up, a lot of information will be there, or also known as photobiomodulation. So the main thing of this cold laser therapy is to reduce the injuries and sprains, and what you do is reduce the pain and inflammation. Okay. So secondly, lasers in neurology. Lasers acupuncture is defined as the stimulation of traditional acupuncture points in with low density non-thermal laser irradiation. So compared with traditional Chinese acupuncture using needles, laser acupuncture is advantageous because it is non-invasive, painless, sterile, safer, and easy to control. And lastly, is about this magnet and expected tools to treat disease. So in actual fact, magnet is a very good tools that can help to relieve us. Why? Because our blood have these minerals like iron. So with that, it will able to magnetize and to magnetize the field and to increase the blood circulation as well. So with that, the simple shortcut method, the IM laser, is in IM in terms is called integrative medicine. Okay, so this is the device that when there's a therapy device that are able to revive, and these therapy device are able to live for us to live younger. In short, live longer, free from sickness, quality of life, reduce dependency on medicine. So 3-in-1 integration of cold laser technology with ancient acupuncture magnetic therapy. Okay, so we must try to, firstly we must try to understand about ourselves, how our body react. Okay, so what is cell? Cell is the basic building block of all living cells, of all living things. So we take for instance the blood. The functions of the blood is to carry oxygen and carry nutrients at the same time, and at the same time also taking away carbon dioxide and taking away the waste. So our functions of cells started with cells and made up of tissues, and each tissues form up their own individual organs, and with that organs there will be liver organs, heart organs, skin organs, the largest organ, uh, kidney organ, everything to form up what we call a internal system to make up who we are as a living organism. Okay, so each organs are specialized in their own functions, be it red blood cells or white blood cells, they have their own function. Okay, so there are about 60 to 70 trillion cells inside our body system, and every cells have one thing in common. They have one thing in common, what we call ATP. ATP is the ultimate energy molecule. What does ATP means? ATP means adenosine triphosphate. Okay, what you do is energy of cell for to sustain energy inside our living system. In other words, ATP, in other words, in Chinese, you call it qi, qi energy. So how does this ATP derive from? How do they produce? You see, take for instance, we're going back to the secondary about our science class. This is called photosynthesis. So the plants needs earth, water, carbon dioxide, and at the same time the sunlight in order for the plants to grow. So once we harvest these plants, we turn into food and we can produce carbohydrates and glucose. And with that, carbohydrates, glucose are feeding into these cells, and these cells having a microorganism called what we call mitochondria. Mitochondria, in other words, is the muscles of the cells, and these are mitochondria feeds on all these ATP to increase their nitric oxide, means to give them more oxygen, and at the same time also reduce the reactive oxygen species, which is in other words free radical toxicity. So the factors that affected our low production of ATP is because of our environment. You see, few years back, we used between July to September, we used to have experienced haze. So and then all these smoke pollution, all these things. Okay, but ever since last year until now, we do not experience this haze symptom, but we experience another form of a pandemic, which is we call COVID-19. So everybody still have to wear masks as well. So the thing is, with this has brought up a different kind of lifestyle for us, and it creates all unnecessary how we call stress. So secondly is the diet. You see, because of we are modern people. Modern people means very busy people, and busy people, then we have we we used to have our breakfast between 7 to 8, but because of busyness we skip breakfast and have our brunch, and the two in one, which is not, how we say, uh, not healthy way of eating. And a lot of time we eat is all manufactured food, like carbohydrates, which produces a lot of sugar, and on top of it we are topping up with soda drinks. All these are all high on sugar, so with that it has affected us in one way or another with the food that we eat. And moreover, thirdly is the lifestyle. Because of this modern era, we use have 2 or 3 handphones, and we are always in contact with laptop, and this creates a lot of invisible radiation that we cannot see. And moreover, because of this COVID environment brings out a lot of stress in terms of our work or our business, and creating that stress means it will affect our hormone, creating a lot of cortisol, which is bringing a lot of toxicity inside our body system. Okay, and on top of it, they are also we are so busy that we do not have time to do a simple exercise for 30 minutes or 40 minutes of exercise. So these are the things which has really affected us. Okay, so the thing is, with these kind of factors that can affect our low production, how is it? Since low function, then we have low organ for performance, then we have all these unnecessary chronic disease arises. Okay, such as high blood pressure, diabetes, all these things, even stroke. And the thing is, how are we going to revive this ATP? It is through this solution whereby this is the this is the thing. This is the ATP. Produces ATP for us. Okay. So what this thing do is firstly, you can see this light. This is what we call a cold laser light, cold laser visible light. Secondly, it has this. You see, 4 lights is what you do is you're reading the pulse rate, and the light below is uh, flowing through. Okay, so the thing is, you need to weigh it on your left hand. Why? Because it is nearest to your heart. So the thing is, you hold on a minute. So the thing is, hold on a sec. Okay, you weigh onto your nose. Why is it you have to weigh onto your nose? Because the first thing is what? The most concentrated and most minute is on this area. It is on this area that the lights will transmit through your blood arteries, the blood veins. Okay, so it will transmit and transfer throughout the whole body system. Okay, and secondly, anything above below our head, there's a cycle of these the cells. Every 100 days there's a cycle of new cells coming up, but anything on our head, there's no cycle. Whatever that is gone is dead. That means the cell is dead. It's non-performing. That means non-performing. That is why our peak at 40 years old, we started to drop. We start to lose our memory, dementia, Parkinson disease, things like that. So, and lastly, it will help us to reduce blood clotting. Once you have blood clotting, they become vegetable. These are the things. So thirdly, it has this magnet. So these three things combined together, what it do is it helps. These are light, and therefore, okay, this light is actually is a visible light. Ultraviolet rays is between 100 to 400. So this is not conducive because it's very weak. But anything between 400 to 700, this is what we call a visible light. But now this light, the emission is 650, and with this 650, it is at a constant red. So anything beyond 700 is called infrared, which is not conducive to our body. So these light are able to activate the mitochondria and increases nitric oxide and reduces the toxicity of the free radicals inside our body system. You see the benefits of these three combination of these three technologies together. What it do is it will help because our red blood cells looks like that. It lump up together. Once it lump up together, or in other words, it's Rolex formation. Lump up together, it is not healthy, and thus the flowless will be not as smooth as it should be. But under this therapy, what you do is these red blood cells will segregate in a way that it will be flawless inside our body system. Okay, and the thing is during this therapy, it will helps to connect our 361 meridian points, and with that, as you can see just now, the penetration is 6 cm inside the skin. So it is, you do not feel anything, there's no pain, there's nothing. So but the thing is, it's working as it should be working. Okay, so on top of it, as you can see, like I said, our blood vessels, when we are 20-30 years old, the blood vessels are very clean and it look very healthy. But as we age older and older, all these plaque are built up. Yellow thing, plaque are built up. So you see the blood vessels is getting narrower and narrower. If your blood is on the Rolex formation, so it is very hard to go through here because it's lumped up together or stacked together. So if with that, your heart needs to pump harder. Once pumping harder, what you do? You have high blood pressure and high cholesterol, high blood pressure, and it will comes again with diabetes. And if not careful, you have stroke, or otherwise you have a kidney dialysis. All these are coming together. They are in the sequence. Okay, so with that, you're able, during this therapy, you're able to help to cleanse all these plaque, to reduce it to the original state. Thus, you reduce your cholesterol, and then will help you on your high blood pressure. And also at the same time reduces the cardiovascular disease. Okay? So lastly, it will help to reduce inflammation and pain. So like this leg sprain, yellow and orange color is this what we call inflammation. After 24 hours of treatment, what you do is it has reduced tremendously. And this one is kidney stone removal. There's a high pre-treatment. During this pre-treatment, the inflammation is very high, but after 24 hours, it reduces the inflammation. These are the things. So the benefits of this IM laser is, what we do is it helps to increase your immune system, at the same time reducing the risk of cardiovascular disease, elimination of these free radicals or toxicity, skeletal muscular, this is our joints, and reproductive system, digestive energy system, hormone system, and nervous system. Now these are able to address by this book. This book, you can buy it in this Amazon for $1,009 US, and I have this. It's a thousand 1,200 pages. So, like I said just now, this book is by Jan Turner and Lars Hott. So these two gentlemen is a doctor in profession, and they have over the years done the research about this laser therapy of photobio modulation. So yes, extensive research on this, and WHO, or even if they need to speak about this, sharing about this, they do that on the WHO platform as well. So the thing is, it can help to go through arthritis, asthma, blood pressure, migraine, diabetes, okay, inflammation, all these things. So even like nerves conduction, sinus, vitiligo, women's health, these are able to address as well. Even all these are like Parkinson disease, okay, sleeping in disorders, insomnia, are able to address. So the thing is, these benefits are able to restore cell function, cell growth, cell repair, and cell absorption, increase metabolic activity, accelerating healing process, anti-inflammatory action, stimulate nerve function, and pain reduction. So these these are these are therapy is also endorsed by FDA. Okay, and photobiomodulation therapy for androgenetic alopecia, a clinician's guide to home use device cleared by FDA. So this device is a home use device. Okay, so everybody can use. Okay, so it can help a lot on that. And even NASA also has actually NASA has been using it during the 80s already. They've been using it. So those are astronauts who travel to space, and they need this cold laser therapy to increase their nitric oxide, because in space there's what we call trap of air, and these are the pressure is high. So after that, all those U.S. Navy, all those submariners, they're going into the deep ocean for 2-3 months, and they also need this as well. And after that, U.S. government high-ranking officers, and then after that, for this U.S. Olympian, and for the last 20 years, it was introduced into uh, all these private hospitals. Oh, but the private hospitals, what they have is different. The size is very big, about 2 or 3 feet high, big, and by about 2 or 3 feet square. That's the size of this photo biomodulation machine. But now what we have is a very small, very easy to bring around. Even when I travel to Korea, to Thailand or to Singapore, I also carry it around and use it, okay, and share among my family members. So it's very easy. So NASA Discovery has current applications in orthopedics. Okay, so what you do is it practically is help to reduce pain, inflammation, and to shrink whatever wounds you have and the nerves and tissues. And also, this is also the NASA journal talking about reducing cancer patients, a way of quicker, safer healing, things like that. Okay, so this is NIH, National Institute of Health. Yeah, photon biomodulation therapy as a high potential treatment modality for COVID-19. This was last year, November last year, 2020. What it says is these uh, cold laser therapy are able to address the hot non-serve in asymptomatic and non-severe symptomatic cases. The host immune system can successfully eliminate the virus and its effect. In severe cases, however, immune system impairment causes cytokine release and syndrome, which eventually leads to acute respiratory distress syndrome. In recent years, photobiomodulation has shown promising results in reducing acute pulmonary inflammation. And what it do is it will help to manage all these respiratory distress symptom, not at the to extent of severity, maybe to bad, moderate, or moderate illnesses. That's what they're trying to say. So these are the things. Phototherapy as a rational antioxidant treatment modality in COVID-19 management. New concept and strategy approach critical review. So this is a case study of a 57-year-old American guy. And what he do is during this COVID that he's experienced, and during this therapy, it has non-invasive therapy. What he do is all his lung conditions and everything has improved. PBMT reduces inflammation and promotes lung healing. These are the things. So this report was presented PMD in a patient in severe COVID-19 pneumonia. Respiratory indices radiologically requirements and improve on severe without need of ventilator. These are the things that they can help. Even a case there's a case of a 70-year-old from Kota Kinabalu. 18th of October last year, he was diagnosed of COVID, and he was admitted for 12 days in ICU, and after that admission in high then ward, okay, and after that 11 days of normal ward, and after that he was discharged, okay. But during this time of the discharging, his condition is still very weak after a first review. But on the January 24th January, he started using for exactly 1 month, and back to hospital for second review. Report for blood test, urine test, everything show back to normal condition. What it is trying to say that all those cells that has been impacted, and on the severity, what I do is from severity of the illnesses of all those organs condition, it will becomes bad, moderate illnesses, and from from moderate illnesses becomes mild illnesses, and from mild illnesses it becomes no illnesses. These are the transformation that uh, over a period of time it will. So not only that, hypertension and diabetes, these are all these are chronic disease. For instance, like myself, I used to have hypertension, high blood pressure for 8 years under medication, and but 3 years ago, I started using this. I came across this and I start using it. And normally what I do is normally when I wake up early in the morning, I have to sit on the bed. Then I can just sit on for a while, for about 5 to 10 seconds. Then I can stand up to go to the washroom or whatever. So after using for 2 weeks, I wake up and steadily I move forward. But there was no blackout. Normally, if I go quickly, it will go blackout, and I have to. My both hands are looking for something to hold. Okay. Then after 2 months, because every quarterly I have to go to heart specialist to do my follow up, and what they check on my high blood pressure. They said, "Wow, your high blood pressure is very good." And I used to be 155, 98 to 100 like that. So what I do is they say put on ECG, things like that, and on running on treadmill and check, and then they say your pressure is good, and further test on radiography and put some gel and they screen through my heart, and they said that I'm getting much better than before. Yeah, they know that the drugs that I've been using is just to control, but now is reducing. So the thing is, they reduce my dosage to half, and 3 months later, I go back to them and say you have vast improvement, and there's a maintain is there, and I reduce to 1/4, and then they ask me, what is it that has helped you to improve? I say I use this therapy. They say if these things can help you, by all means continue to do so. And this medicine you just keep it at home. If you think you're not feeling good, you take it. If not, otherwise, don't have to. So after that, I have not been taking any of the medicine for the last 30 months. Okay. So these are the things about myself. But Parkinson disease for 15 years, after using it for 3 months, you can feel it. There will be no shaky. I have friends who are experiencing this as well. Blood clotting in the head. Well, this will flush out all those blood clotting. And eczema, lump, yeah. Those with tumor, things like that also can help. Relief of migraine, frozen shoulder, even kidney failure. So this therapy, what I do is certified in ISO in Hamburg, Germany. So the first certification is all about red light therapy devices and the semiconductor. What it means is this light emission is 650, no higher, no lower. It's at a constant rate. So at a constant rate means the the therapy uh, treatment is on an optimum level. Okay, there will be no high, there will be no low. Okay, it's all gonna constant. Secondly, this certification of conformity is what? It's all about this Annex 2. Annex 2 means what? Annex 2, normally it is if you are into this medical industry, so what they do is this body they will certify on Annex 1. Annex 1 is mostly on your operation, on your management, and it was normally it take about 5-7 years and for them to go into conformity on your product. That is Annex 2. So this is Annex 2, and this company has been in the market for the last 7-8 years. So they are under the Annex 2 category. Okay, and also this is also endorsed by Medical Device Authority. Okay, and name of device is semiconductor laser therapy instrument. This is the registration in Malaysia. Okay, and 2019 they went into a contest in Geneva, Switzerland, under the category of new innovations products in medical industry, medical category, and they have received a silver award for these new innovation products. Okay, and with that, um, my sharing sessions ends here. Is there any questions that would you like to ask? Feel free to ask, and I will assist you in any way I can. If not, otherwise you can reach me at healingministry.life, or you can call me as well. This is my number, and feel free to get in touch with me. And if you have anything that you want to ask, feel free to ask. Okay, and I will be helping you in one way or another about all these uh, issues about your health. You can ask me anything about health issues, things like that. All right, and with that, I do not see there's any questions or anything. Anyway, uh, my sharing sessions ends here, and And I'll end this is what? The country, your family, yourself is benefiting from the therapy. Okay? We benefit from severe illnesses to bad moderate illness, and from moderate illness becomes a mild illness, and mild illness to nothing. The main lessons learned here is to sum up, this is what these are three combination of the three technologies which whereby it will helps to increase your red blood cells, and but with that it gives you a good blood circulation, and also helps to reduce inflammation and pain, and lastly it also addressing key cellular levels inside our body system. With that you are able to reset, reverse and renew our immune system. So with that, experience counts. Knowing how to create breakthroughs also counts. And clarity of this knowledge also counts. So everything starts with a decision. The destination to be the designer of your life. Once for all, not being the naysayers of the unknown, of others people's problem. So we take the initiative to understand, have a better understanding with that, and then you can start to take off away from the trauma that we are facing about these pandemic issues. Okay, and to value your journey, to design your lifestyle, to create your destiny, and to build your own personal freedom. So everything starts from you, with you. So my sharing starts and ends here, and feel free to reach out to me with this number. And with that, I thank you so much of your time, and do stay at home and stay safe. Okay, thank you.